Okay, first I must apologize if there's a lot of background noise. I'm filming late at night and I'm also having to record through a headset audio wire because I'm recharging certain equipment. But I wanted to do a news story first because there was an interesting development about the FBI raiding a certain Russian oligarch's billionaire's home in New York City. And this oligarch has certain ties to Mitch McConnell. But I wanted to do a deep dive into this because this oligarch is how the term Moscow Mitch was born. Because Mitch McConnell helped this oligarch beat sanctions in 2019 in exchange for a $200 million plant in Kentucky that last time I checked was never finalized because of COVID problems. And the plant, or excuse me, the people in Kentucky were asking for more money, and so far it hasn't been finished. So, what does this all mean? First, I wanted to touch upon the obvious difference between an uncorrupt Justice Department with a actual judge at the head, Merrick Garland, versus Bill Barr, who was very corrupt and protected Republican interests. And Merrick Garland, who is a judge, was a judge up until he took the Attorney General post, who was supposed to be a Supreme Court nominee, but Mitch McConnell stopped him. So I wanted to highlight the comparisons. So now nothing could come of this investigation by the feds, but if something does come of it, it could, tarnish Mitch McConnell's reputation a little further because, well, let's be honest, folks. If Rachel Maddow was able to expose back then the link between McConnell and this oligarch and the sanctions and the filibuster back then, the writing's on the wall that McConnell may have committed some type of criminal bribery and should face the music on that. But I don't know if the feds will find evidence of that. I really do hope they do, but if they don't, oh well. But, in any case, if McConnell was ever to answer on crimes related to making those sanctions disappear, will anything ever happen to him? I doubt it, because McConnell's an old man in bad health, and let's be honest, he'd be a first-term offender. He's worth $40 million, and so he'd be able to buy a reduced sentence in a heartbeat. But I wanted to make a comparison versus a corrupt Justice Department versus an uncorrupt Justice Department. And also, if this story does anything, maybe Kentucky Republican Party will stop sending back corrupt Republicans. Because the other party in this story that kind of helped but was under the radar was the other senator, which is Rand Paul from Kentucky. I'm Todd. I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. If you like these videos, hit the subscribe button.